Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder magazine. We are at Rio for the 2014 Triple S, and next to me is Mr. Aaron Hadlow. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
So, flew out 40 miles or 40 hours,
Yeah.
6 planes, 2 cars, one Learjet. How'd you get here?
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I was in Egypt for the last PKA stop, and yeah, I mean, it's obviously quite far and quite an unusual flight schedule. So, yeah, basically from the hotel there to my doorstep here was about a 40-hour journey with a lot of deals, no baggage, the classic deals, but I was really happy to make it here and nice not to miss any competition as well. Luckily, the first 2 days were lay days here, and now I've come here and always good vibes. Like nice to see everybody, catch up with the guys, and then have a good session yesterday. Even though I was very tired.
Yeah. A couple of coffees, I see.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. A few Red Bulls, and then I'm on it.
Uh-huh. Always dropping the sponsor's name, Red Bull. Keeping it on there. New format, new way of doing things. Yesterday was a little tricky conditions, setup. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think the new format with the surf using the kickers is amazing. That's the best addition that the Triple S could have added, I think, because that's always given the opportunity for the wave riders, but it's never been so balanced, for the surf guys. I think it's better to come back for their own separate event with better waves, better conditions for them, and then obviously there's always been a lot of emphasis on the sliders and the slicks here. So to have the same riders, I think there's more emphasis on the overall result. There's been a bit of a format change with the sliders this year as well. I think it was generally pretty positive with maybe a few alterations coming up, maybe I think in the future. But general, everyone got to ride quite a lot. I think that's was the main improvement and what was necessary. I think it was a little too busy, a little too hectic, and from a spectator's point of view, that was kind of cool. But from a rider's point of view, I think it was just a bit too much. Uh, maybe there could have been less people per heat and maybe divided it up a little bit. But other than that, I think it was a really good day yesterday, and it's cool.
Yeah, there was a few incidents of a little bit of a melee, if you will, but everybody survived. A little bit moved on.
Yeah.
Uh, the world wants to know. There's been a lot of stuff going on in your world.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And are you able to speak about it off the cuff?
Well, I mean, the announcements about my future's coming up pretty soon. Actually, it's going to be a couple of weeks. Obviously, there's a lot of rumours about riding North Gear and developing some of that. And
There has been a little bit of that out there. I must say the speculation is, and if I had to throw money on Black in Vegas.
well, yeah, that's I know. I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's quite obvious to a lot of people around me and the people here. And I'm happy about my future. And let's see how it progresses. But I mean, just look out, watch the space in the next couple of weeks, and you'll find out the full details then.
Awesome. Where's your next event? What's next on the list? I know that passport must be like this thick, folks. What's up on the agenda?
Yeah, I've got a couple of thick passports, full pages, thick pages full of stamps and the visas. But yeah, this year's no different. I've been on the road a lot recently, and up next for me will be the next main event will be PKA and Fuerteventura. But actually, we've got a nice bit of time between that.
Yep.
I've just relocated to Tarifa for the summer this year, so I can get a bit of riding, keep fit in between events, and I'm enjoying that. So I'm looking forward to go back there and spend a bit of time. And then I've also got another trip off to the States, and yeah, busy man. Got a lot of things on the go. It's good.
Now you're one of these worldly travelers on that level that the social media is just pumping out, and you know you have that cult following.
Sure.
Dare I dare say it? Uh, what's next? Videos? You
Yeah.
know, you seem to pump it out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've managed, been really lucky and I'm fortunate to be able to build that group, especially with my success in the past on the world tour, and I think that really helped. And then, obviously, moving over to more of a free ride kind of thing and doing a lot of videos. Maybe in some ways I lost some of my followers from not competing as much in the past, and now built some more connections with more like the videos and doing stuff like that what I'd done whilst I weren't competing. So now I'm doing a bit of both. I love this event, I love the freestyle, I love the videos, I love competing. I just want to do everything I enjoy and push it to as many people as possible. So that's what I'm carrying on, and there's going to be a big impact or like I say, in the next couple of weeks when some announcements are made.
So look out, folks. It's gonna drop.
And by the end of the month, there is going to be a lot of content out there. I've got a lot of videos coming up. I've got a lot of product stuff coming up. I've got, the rest of the PKA season, which is becoming really interesting for me, and I'm really enjoying trying to get my freestyle or wake style level up to the max, and work on some new tricks and also do well next year. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of rail riding coming, and a lot of good videos and fun projects on the way.
Any new tricks that we should know about? I know you come up with some wild ones now.
Well, I got to be honest, and it's been a catch-up game for me. I mean, it's surprising with my knee injury that really took me out the game for longer than I expected. And although you can feel inside that you're doing good tricks again, that you're coming up to standard, there's no doubt that's made a huge impact on my career in general. I think I would be in a different position now if that didn't happen, and maybe doing better on the world tour than I am right now. But if anything, it's given me a lot of motivation, and right now I feel like I'm pretty much back up to the standard I was, and maybe you know giving it a good chance to do well on the tour right now. But yeah, I've got ideas for new tricks, and it kind of starts now. Once you have to get up to everybody else's level before you can take it further. And I do have a few things in the pipeline, and it just needs to come together, but it's undisclosed.
So you're gonna let me know ahead of time, so when I go to Vegas, I can bet on black.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, there'll be once I've nailed it, it will be out there. Believe me. So
I've got a couple $100 saved up. Speaking of the knee, how is it? You mentioned that a little bit briefly.
yeah, no, life's good. I mean, I'm really happy with the recovery, and I've had the best support possible from Red Bull. They've got me back to this position, and without them, there is no way I would be where I am right now again, because it's obviously a massive functional part of your body for kiteboarding and takes a huge amount of impact. And I know a lot of people who've had the same injury really not come back to anything close to what it was before, and I feel like I'm almost there. And my everything is working normal. I feel strong. I'm happy to take as bigger impact as I need to on that knee right now. So
That's the physical, the mental.
Yeah.
Like, I know when things like this happen, the physical it can get over, but sometimes the mental is like, God, am I? Can I? Should I? What I? How?
yeah,
You know.
I know exactly what you mean. And actually, I felt personally like I got over it very quickly, like even before it was probably to that point, which is probably a good thing. But it was all still in there somewhere, because
Always in the back of the head.
people who
Always
watch
in the
me a
back,
lot,
yeah.
they still think I wasn't, it looked like I was compensating and doing it. But as time goes on, you forget about it, and I don't hesitate because of it anymore. Maybe it's still there somehow in the back of my mind, but as time goes on, it's really starting to diminish, and now I really focus on keeping fit myself. I have to warm up before I ride it every time. I have to, go to the gym, and I'm older now, and it's just the way it is. And before I could bounce around, I would bounce back from something like this, but now I've actually managed to manage my body a little bit better, eat well, and keep my energy up and ride at the right time. So I think that's it.
So are you trying to do the Kelly Slater Jedi mind trick when he gets hurt and he's like he plays the wounded bird and then suddenly John is comboed with two tens? I mean,
Yeah.
are you throwing that out there?
No, I mean there's all mind games obviously going on lots of different levels, but for something like that, I don't think it's nothing worth joking about. If
Okay.
you're good and you're ready, then nothing should stop you from trying your best. But it's a different sport. Kelly's surfing, and it's amazing what he's done. But kite surfing has a lot more impact. I don't see myself doing this at 30. It's 5 years of pushing it. I would like to hope I could, and maybe I can manage it. But there is so much more impact than in something like surfing, and I think it's less as a lifespan. That's why you see the younger kids coming through and the generations getting turned over again and again really quickly. As soon as you get to a certain age, I'm only 25, I'm young, I'm fit, but yeah, I feel it more than I did when I'm 17, that's for sure.
17, you fall off a second-story building. When you're 25, falling off a curb hurts a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know that, and
Yeah.
it's going to be hard. I want to keep going, pushing it as hard for as long as I can, and hopefully with my mind and psychologically, there's an advantage to be had over the younger generation for a little while yet.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. I know you're gonna kill it.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. I'm motivated.